Why would you do that? Why would you deprive me of your pretty face? So let's hit the chat room, beautiful people. My name is Coach Folake. I'm sure this is not the first time you guys are meeting me, Coach Fola for short. I am a psychologist. Thank you, Inkosala. Thank you for all the welcomes. I can see a lot of love emojis and welcomes. Alero, thank you. Todimu, how are you? So, quickly, if you watched the video, type 1 in the chat room if you watched the video. I watched Coach Folake. It was amazing. Type 1. If you did not, type 2. Okay? Type 1, type 2. Apologies. Type 1, type 2. Okay, I see a lot more ones than 2. I see a lot more ones than 2, so I'm happy about that. I'm happy about that. If you watch the video, Oyikosala says, I really enjoyed it. Come on now. For the people who have not watched, I'm sure with the review session, you will catch it up. You understand what the video is about. And I would personally like to beg you, if you have not watched any video, this one, I need you to watch it. Again, because of the age brackets that you are in, I need you to watch it. It's very, very important for me that you watch it. You know why? Because what we are discussing today has made a lot of people. And your generation in particular. What we are discussing has destroyed your generation. So we're looking at overcoming screen and porn addiction and taking control of your mind, your body, and your future. And I remember asking in the video, how many hours do you spend on your devices? What video? I just mentioned it, Eunice. I hope you heard me. You heard me, right? We're discussing overcoming screen and porn addiction, taking control of your mind, body, and future. So if you have not watched it, please go back and watch it after the review. So type in the chat room, in your everyday life, your screen use, your digital use, your tablets, your phones, your gaming consoles, you know, TV, YouTube, whatever. How many hours do you spend on your devices? I can see only 4 people chatting. Inyoluwa says average of 4 hours. Priscilla says 2. Oyinkosala 2.5 hours. 2 hours, 3 minutes. Why so precise, Sugar? I'm wondering why so precise. Like 4 hours just for leisure. Ma, I don't have a phone. I love you. Huawei, change it to your name so that I can meet you. If you don't have a phone, I'm happy for you. You know why? For many of you, the job of regulating when it comes to screen time is not yours, it's ours as your parents and your caregivers. If only you allow us to regulate you, say I'm a big girl. Nobody tells me what to do. I want to spend hours. Oh my God, 4 hours. Someone says 5 hours. I like your honesty because in this room, we don't judge. We listen, but we do not judge. However, in our not judging, that doesn't mean we're not going to tell each other the truth that we need to. I usually spend 8 hours, but after the video, I deal with 3 hours per day. I love it, darling. I love it. And I'm hoping you can cut it down to my own limits. Are you interested in finding out my limits? Who else is? Are you both in the class? Tell that person to escape out from there quickly. They should vamos. I only want to see my students. Thank you. It's only my students I want to see. Are you interested in knowing my own time limit? Even though I'm a boss lady, I get to, what's it called? I get to determine how much screen time I want to use. However, welcome to my world. I only have 1 hour on Instagram and 1 hour on YouTube. And in some days, I don't even use the YouTube one because the YouTube 1 hour is for learning.
Okay.
Princess Chioma, you are unmuted. Please, can you mute until I give you the floor? Thank you. God bless you, darling. So I only have 1 hour of YouTube and 1 hour of Instagram. Most times it's the Instagram that I extend because sometimes it sucks you in and you guys are digital narratives. Having said that, who wants to share with me what they learned and the question they took away from the video? For those of you that have watched, only at midnight, which is the way to watch which is only to watch TikTok. I'm not going to mention that person's name, but I need to mention to you that night time on TikTok is the most dangerous time to be on TikTok. By precedence, night time is when the perverted people on TikTok come out to play. That's when people are dancing almost nude on TikTok. That's when a lot of content that you really shouldn't be watching pops up on your FYP. So if you're watching TikTok at night, I want to advise you that that's not the best time. So please, it is detrimental to your mental health. Like I said, detrimental to your mental health. Because some of these things take away your productive and creative energies. At this age range, you have brain power to drive a lot of things. And if you drown it in the digital narrative, which you were born into, you're always scrolling, you find yourself not having the bandwidth to carry certain creative expressions that you should have at this age.
Ma, the junior class
I remember when I was... Chioma, are you a junior or a senior? Go to your class, exit the room. Admin, please, can you take Chioma out? Thank you. Fantastic. So I was saying, can we raise our hands? And if you would like to give us a review of what you learned in the video and you have any questions. I'm going to call somebody now because they are laughing, just because they are laughing. Mr. Chi, you have the floor. I am giving you the floor. Oh, yeah. Open your mouth and talk. What did you learn? What did you learn? Not Mesoma. Mesomchi is the first person I'm calling. Unmute and speak. Can you unmute? Are you able to unmute? Mesomchi, are you able to unmute? Raise your hand, Mesomchi. Raise your hand so that I can unmute you. Raise your hand on Zoom. If you raise your hand, I'll be able to find you. Wow. I don't know why I can't find you. You think you can escape me today? I'm ready for you, sugar. No way. I don't back down. I'm a warrior. I'm a fighter. I'm going to fight for you. I found you. Yeah, unmuted. You speak, girl. Oh, yeah. What did you learn?
It's me. Oh my God.
Yes, you. You're unmuted. What did you learn? And do you have any questions?
I'm not going to watch the videos, though.
Why haven't you watched it? Are you not on the platform where you can get to watch the videos? Okay, make sure you catch up with the videos and stay committed to the class. Let nobody distract you, okay? Awesome. Thank you, Queen. So, my queens that are raising their hand, I am ready for you. Miss Summer, you have the floor. Please go ahead. We can't hear you. I hope you are not using Bluetooth device. If you are, or mute. Remove it quickly and speak to your laptop. Remove it. Majority of those things don't work. When it's in picking your voice, we still can't hear you. Pair it with your device. Remove your Bluetooth from the device so that it's not connected to your device. Quickly. Let me unmute someone else while you figure that out. Oluwashemilore Egbetokun. I love your surname.
Thank you,
Give
ma'am.
it to me, Queen.
Good afternoon, ma'am. What I picked from the video is that your teen years up until your early 20s is the time for discovering yourself, growing yourself, and developing yourself. You find during that time you find what makes you a contributor and what makes you stand out in your world. And also I learned that when you're addicted to something and you can't control that particular thing, you should remember that it always leads to destruction at the end.
Thank you so much. I love what you just said. Your teen years are for creativity. They are for exploration. They are for breaking your boundaries. My most creative years, even as an adult, running towards 50, were in my teen years. Every single habit I am using as an adult now, I built them in my teen years. So if you spend all of your time drawing your teens stuck on your devices, and guess what? The digital narrative was created to keep you addicted. Don't you ever forget it. If there's nothing you take out of today's session, remember that screen, that phone, that console, that tablet, that iPad, that laptop was created to keep you addicted. Then you would understand how much power it has over you. And to make it worse, you guys are digital narratives. That means you were born, a lot of you here were born after 2000s. You were born into the digital lifestyle. As you are coming out, if they give you a phone, can I shock you? If you give a 3 months, what am I saying? 1 month old baby a phone, I don't understand how you guys are wired. But if you give a 2 months old baby a phone, she will scroll. Yeah, because the parents have scrolled so much. Adaptive reflex has been passed on to your generation. So everything you do is tied to technology. That's why I won't say in this particular age range, don't have a phone or don't have a screen. I'll be lying to myself. Your schooling is on these screens. Your entertainment is on this screen. Your relationships, you are always on Snapchat. You're on Snapchat, type 1. You like streaks, running after people's streaks, and setting streaks yourself. You are here, don't lie. Just type 1 very quickly. You are a fan of streaks and TikToking. Everything you do is tied to this digital narrative. So if you don't have control, then we're in trouble. Write in the chat room, I will not be in trouble. I am smart. Quickly, I need you to say it to yourself. Mention your name. Fola, you will not be in trouble. You are smart. I will not be in trouble. I am smart. Thank you, Alvin. I will not be in trouble. Miss Somchi. I will not be in trouble. I am a queen with sense. I am a queen with sense. I have sense. Because common sense now is not common anymore. Yes. You will not be in trouble. You are smart. You're a queen with sense. You are smart. You're a queen with sense. Say it to yourself. I saw a queen with sense telling me earlier that their timeline was 8 hours. But after watching the video, they have cut to 3. That is sense. Because if you don't have sense, it will take you away. Thank you so much, Shemilore, for your comments. Awawu, I'm giving you the floor. Please go ahead. Awawu, what did you learn? And do you have a question?
I learned that Me being do go is go.
Princess Chioma, mute your microphone.
I learned
Yes,
that
I will go ahead.
me
Put on
being
your video. We can't see you.
okay.
Go ahead, darling.
I learned that me being curious is natural, but me agreeing to my sexual desires is not natural.
Thank you, darling. And what did that, how did that relate to you in that moment? When you watched that part and it stood out for you, what did you connect to in that statement?
Okay. The thing is, I'm a curious person.
So
My
am I.
mother
You're a sanguine, right? You're a
yes.
sanguine.
My
I
mother,
know. Go ahead.
my mother normally tells me that my curiosity kills the cat. It will lead me to trouble. But I don't listen. I'm curious.
You want to know. They said
She
they
always
are
tells me,
sharing videos. You want to see. Is that your network? Can you guys hear me in the room? Wave. Miss Summer, can you hear me? Wave. Okay, so it's Hawawu's network, just to be sure. Let me mute her and let's see whether she comes back. Oh, okay, Hawawu, are you back? Hope, can you mute, please? Hope, can you mute? Thank you. Oyin Kosola. Oyin Kosola.
So Ma, what really stood out to me in that video was like
Your video,
when you
Sugar,
said,
your video. Put on your video. We'd like to see your pretty face. As a queen with sense that you are.
okay.
Yes, I'm listening.
So Ma, what really stood out to me in that video was when you said healing is not just stopping bad habits, but it's being who God has made you to be.
Why did that relate to you?
Because you know when someone says healing, it's just like when you want to heal a wound, just heal and like the wound should cover every you forget about what happened. But that word, that sentence made me understand that it's not just about forgetting what happened, forgetting about what happened. It's about like in the long run what God has for you, the plans God has for you. Have you like achieved it or something?
I love it, darling. That's so powerful. Any questions for me?
No ma.
Awesome. You can mute. Miss Summer, I hope you are able to speak now. We still cannot hear you, my love. I'm so sorry. You might want to exit the room and come back in and raise your hand again, okay? Exit the room, come back in. It must be your connection. Okay? Oyinkansola, you can drop your hand. Inyoluwa of the Most High. You have the floor.
the way you're always pronouncing that is my phone. Yes, Kichi abandon data. But you can't even.
We can hear you, Hawawu. Aha. Raise your hand so that I can bring you back, Hawawu. Inyoluwa. No, raise your hand on the Zoom link. On Inyoluwa. I can hear you.
And the screen is very addictive because it's designed for addiction, and scrolling mindlessly on your phone can make it very, very addictive. So, um, I also learned that your brain can heal from the past trauma that you've had, and it's called neuroplasticity.
Yes.
So, journaling, praying, and then setting boundaries like screen time limits can also help with that. And also, if you really, really want to like reduce your screen time, you should change your behaviors first. You can like do good things, find other things to do, like listening to podcasts and stuff, and then your feelings will follow.
Love your contribution, Sugar.
Thank
That's
you,
one
ma.
of
I
the.
also have a question.
Yes, please do. Throw
Okay.
it at me.
You
I got you.
you mentioned that we should listen to podcasts. So I was just wondering what kind of podcast if you can recommend some.
Fantastic question. Because podcast now is pod hell, if you know what I
Yeah,
mean. There's
yeah.
so many crazy podcasts out there. The first place you start is what are your interests? I have various podcasts that I listen to, and they are based on my interests. Now, if I were to share my podcast playlist with you, it might be boring because they are my interests, if you know what I mean. I
Yeah.
like I like GoCast. I like inspirational stories. I like people who've moved from grace to grass. I like to follow people who are successful. And I want to hear their stories, where they started from. You know, it's very easy for you guys to have celebrities around you. Like I was saying to my teenagers in church on Sunday, I said, who is your role model? Somebody said Brain Jotters. If you are not in Nigeria, you might not know Brain Jotter. So I said, do you know Brain Jotter? Do you know his name? And the guy was blank. And we had a good laugh. So somebody is your role model. There is celebrity. There's somebody you look up to. There's somebody you take your values from, but you don't know jack about them. So I like podcasts like that. I like podcasts that take Goldcast and so many other podcasts that tell me about people's journeys. So I just gave
Are
an
there
example.
are there specific ones that
I just mentioned one. There's a Goldcast playlist that I listen to. And what
go
I'll do
past?
is Goalcast.
Okay.
GOAL cast. What I'll do is I'll share some of the podcasts that I frequently listen to. And some of them
Okay.
are not podcasts. They're just people who are on YouTube, but they have wholesome content. There's a content creator on YouTube I listen to a lot, Neze, Barrister Neze. And what does she do? She tells all of these beautiful stories that are on the blogs and stuff, but she tells it with storytelling. She's a lawyer, so she takes their background, where they are coming from, where Annie Dibia was before she married Two-Face, not just the gossip that people get addicted to, but she takes all of this so-called celebrity gist and tells it into a story that teaches you a lesson. So now I get to catch up on celebrity gist, but I'm doing it learning a lesson about what I shouldn't do. So if you go online and you want to create your own playlist or podcast, put in your interest. If it's music you're interested in, you want music documentaries, search music documentary podcast. Whatever. Just make sure they are wholesome for you. You are learning. It is entertaining as much as possible because I know your generation loves entertainment. I'm a sanguine, I love entertainment. Anything that is boring, if you go to my page on YouTube, you can follow me on YouTube, Folake Agumbiade. Folake Agumbiade. I'll type it in the chat room. At Folake Agumbiade on Instagram. Or you follow my YouTube page, Career Acceleration. Career Acceleration on YouTube. You will see at least 100 videos that make sense. Because those are the things that get me excited. And if you go to my page, sometimes I go there and I dance because I understand that entertainment is what sells everything. I don't just come and say, oh, this, do that. Yeah. So look for stuff that are entertaining, educative. So I call it educational, edutainment, educational and entertainment so that you don't get bored. Fill your playlist, your song playlist with things that will help you edify yourself. If not, you will get lost on social media because you don't have other outlets for keeping yourself engaged. I hope I've answered your question. Somebody is asking me, Ma, when somebody reads romantic novels, Is it the same thing as watching pornography? 100%. Can I shock you? It's called soft porn. In the romance mills, bills and boons, that's what we used to read in my own days. In all of this romantic, what's it called? I didn't hear what you said. Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me loud and clear? Okay, fantastic. In all of these romantic novels that you're watching or you're reading, there is graphic explanation of how his hand touched the clave of her whatever. It was around her cleavage. Then he breathed upon her neck. And as you are reading it, you are feeling something. You will feel, oh my dear. If you are feeling something anytime you are reading it, it is porn. It's just soft porn. It is not without images, but it has enough power in the words to get you to mentally connect to the erotic side of your body. You start to feel things. My romance, you use, okay, I want to read the chat room because I know you guys are very intellectual. You will drag me, but you know that I will not agree. I read Christian romance by Taiwo. That doesn't have anything to do with this conversation. I'm talking about erotic novels and romance novels. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Romance novels are used for expression of feelings that are held down. Not all of them are actually bad. The bad romance novels involves vivid description of sexual actions called 100%. Please, can you mute your Prince Chioma, Princess Chioma, please can you mute your microphone? If you are a junior, you're not meant to be here. Please, can we take her out? If she's a junior, please let's take her out. She should not be listening to this conversation. Give me a minute. I'm looking for her. Okay, so I was saying, romance novels have depictions. Oh, Francine Rivers, if it's Christian romance, it is clean romance. That's not the conversation here. It is clean romance. There is no description of sexual activity, erotic acts, and so many other things. That is not wrong. You should know better now. You guys are called, you are smart. And someone classified it so nicely for me, dark romance. That's the word. Oh, someone is asking me, what are stereotypes? Stereotypes are certain ideologies that have been tied to certain groups of people. There are assumptions that people make about certain groups of people. For example, a stereotype is that boys should repair a car and girls should cook. That's a stereotype because there are girls that don't want to cook but prefer to repair a car. That ideology that something is cast in stone is what a stereotype is. An assumption that things should be a certain way and it is tied to a certain group of people. I hope I've answered that question. What is Christian romance? Clean romance. That's what Christian romance is. It just talks about feelings. It does not give descriptive annunciations of sexual activity. Now, somebody asked me, is it wrong to masturbate even after marriage? Is masturbation even right? Type in the chat room, yes or no. You guys are grown. We can have the conversation. If you agree that masturbation is right, type yes. If you disagree with me, type no. So whether it is in the context of marriage, before or after marriage, Is masturbation right? Quickly, 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 hit your chat room. And if you are in this class, you don't know what masturbation means, then I'm going to cane whoever your caregiver is. I should cane them. I will cane them. I will cane them if you don't know what it means. And if this is your first time knowing what it is, I'm glad to be the one to break it to you, because I don't want you to get that information from anyone else. Fantastic. Somebody has asked me, what is masturbation? Can someone else give me what masturbation is in the chat room? I want to know what we know. What is masturbation? What is masturbation? Anyone in the chat room? And if you are bold enough to want to speak, I will give you the floor. Raise your hands. Quickly, quickly. Sexually touching yourself. I love that. Someone said self-pleasure. Fantastic explanation. Is when you touch yourself to gain pleasure from it. Playing with your private part. I love it. It's the act of self-pleasure. Thank you. It's giving yourself sexual pleasure. So if you don't know the meaning of masturbation, masturbation is exploring your sexual regions, your sex organs, your breasts, your vagina, and every other part of your body, your clitoris, and all the organs in your body that can give you pleasure by yourself. Now, nobody is touching you, but you're the one touching and exploring your body for sexual pleasure. There is no way on earth that that can be right. I know that in some climes, the narrative that self-pleasuring is fine is sold. If you're not living in Nigeria or in Africa, in the UK, in Canada, some of these conversations are had as healthy interactions with your body. However, I can tell you categorically as a mental health specialist that masturbation only leads to hypersexuality. And for many people who masturbate, they land in pornography, because you're going to look for more ways to stimulate yourself, to pleasure yourself, to a point where even the thought of someone else pleasuring you in marriage becomes impossible. You don't want anybody touching you. You have mastered your body so much, and you would rather take your natural desires, toss it aside, and self-pleasure. If God made self-pleasure as the right thing, you wouldn't have needed the opposite sex to gain sexual pleasure. Sex is not bad. Like I said in that video, sex is one of the most beautiful things in the world. However, it should only be explored in the context of marriage. That is why I always refer back to the Bible scripture that says, male and female, God made them. There is a purpose for your sexuality. So self-pleasure is it's a deviation from the original design that God has your body. God has designed your body for. Your body is a work of art. When you consola is smiling, a work of art. It was created for someone special. So giving it away to yourself, does it even make sense? Make it make sense to me, where you are the one. Someone says masturbation only leads to what? Self-pleasure and shame, guilt that comes after it. So you feel good about yourself, and when you're done, you deal with the guilt and the shame and the desire for more of yourself. If God created us to be interdependent with the other sex, why would you want to be alone with yourself in your old age? Why would you want to be, as a young person, exploring your body alone? It's worse enough that you explore it with someone else. It's even more degrading to you that you're exploring it with yourself. It gives you a false sense of sexuality. A lot of the people who struggle with masturbation also struggle with pornography. Most times it goes together. Someone raised their hands. I can't see your hands again. Have you dropped it? Someone raised their hands. You want to speak? You want to contribute? You want to ask a question? Your time is now. Quickly, 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 quickly. Your time is now. You want to comment on what you learned? You want to ask a question? You want to chip in on the conversation? You are getting a therapist for free for 1 hour, and you guys are keeping quiet. This is the time to talk. A closed lip is a closed destiny. Priscilla, I see you. You can go ahead.
Question is see, there was a day I was doing my assignment and I saw an ad on YouTube that was like saying for men when you're married and maybe you're impotent, you can masturbate or something like that. Is it
Check this light on. I'm listening there.
Yes, so the masturbation for men for the reason, let's say reason of impotency, is it justifiable?
First off, are you a man?
No.
Curiosity again, I say, kills the cat. Secondly, if there is a case of impotency and it is prescribed as a form of stimulation, self-stimulation, it must be that it is being used for a cause of treatment. It is not just self-pleasure. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yes. Secondly, in case you guys are not aware, everything you see on social media, on the internet, was put there by someone else like you. It doesn't mean they are smarter. It doesn't mean they are right. Because if you go on that same Google that brought that link to you and you read that and you say, how do I kill someone? I'm sure you would get enough videos that tell you how to kill someone.
Yes.
And if someone is telling you how to kill someone, are they normal?
No.
So if someone tells you self-pleasuring can be an outlet for those who are having sexual dysfunction, that's what is called in psychology. Or self-pleasuring is for those who have been circumcised to help them find out whether they can still be sexually triggered or sexually turned on. That doesn't mean it's right. It's just somebody's opinion. So of course, it can't, masturbation for you and your gender, you have no business engaging in it because it will destroy you. I hope I've answered your question.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Fantastic. How are you?
Huh?
I've unmuted. Go ahead and speak.
I want to contribute.
Go ahead. We can see your video again. Okay, we can see you now. Go ahead. Just keep your phone in front of you. Stop shaking so that we can see your face.
Okay. Masturbation also leads to vagina expansion.
How did you find that out? Because I know I did not say that in that video. Just curious.
Okay. Before me entering this class, I've been with other counselors and psychotherapists, so they told me.
Okay, fantastic, and you are right. If you are self-pleasuring, what you're doing is that you're using different kinds of external objects and your hand in your private areas, your vagina, your clitoris, and it can cause you to expand the lining of your vagina because now you're using objects that really shouldn't have any business being in there, down there. So yes, you're right, Hawaii. Do you have any questions? Thank you for sharing, darling. You can drop your hand. Okikiolua of the Most High, you have the floor.
My
Okay,
question
you are
is
muted. Put on your video.
okay.
She will say, why did I read such books?
But my question is
Mute, oh, Awawo, mute. We can hear you. Yes, you were saying.
my question is like when I use my phone to do my assignments, like I usually get distracted by the the videos I see. Ma, please, how can I do it that I want to stop doing it because it is to distract me from my studies.
Fantastic. Do you have a laptop?
Yes.
Use your laptop. Share your hotspot with your laptop and stay on only. Your videos are on Instagram, they're on TikTok, and they're on WhatsApp or any of the other apps, Snapchat. You cannot be interrupted on your laptop. So use your laptop. Hotspot your laptop, your phone to your laptop, and use your laptop for your assignments because pop-ups will not come and notifications will not come. I'm sure you don't connect to TikTok on your laptop because you can't be dancing in front of your laptop. You don't connect to Snapchat on your laptop. Just use your laptop. Simple and easy. Abi? Gabadaya?
Yes.
Change of habits. Someone said, what you hide, you cannot heal. I celebrate you for not hiding your struggle. Because the moment you have said it out now, and I've given you a response, the job is now on you to switch from your laptop, from your phone to your laptop, and the job is done. Do you understand? Because you have chosen not to hide it, you have asked the question, it will be easier for you to change from your phone to your laptop. Simple and easy, and the job is done. I hope that helps.
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. Oluwashemilore, you have the floor. Shemi.
Thank you, ma'am. Can you please explain neuroplasticity?
Neuroplasticity is your ability for your brain and your mind to heal from certain traumatic experiences. You know, there's a way your brain saves everything that you see. In therapy, when you come to therapy, we can take you back to where you were 3 years old. And every traumatic incident that you ever had would come back to you when you were 3. So the brain has a way of storing in your long-term memory certain things that you have encountered. So the use of neuroplasticity is that you are taking a conscious journey to get your mind to forget. Even as an adult, I try to get that part of my brain to forget certain things that I don't need. I think it was in your class that I shared my experience as an adult where someone sent porn to me and I held my phone. I'd never watched porn before. I'm grateful that I wasn't really exposed to stuff like that. Never watched porn before. But when this porn was sent to me as an adult, I was married with kids. I carried my phone. At first, I didn't understand what it was because pornography is exaggerated sexual content. In real life, when you meet those who are genuinely having sex in the confines of being married, they don't hang from the rooftop. They don't practice some of the things that are being shown in pornography. We don't do that. It's not as crazy and it's acted. And you need to have that at the back of your mind. So when I saw the video, I held my phone and I turned the phone. I was like, what's going on here? I turned it upside down. I'm sure you girls are wondering, what was Coach Folake looking for? It took me about 5 minutes before I realized what I was watching. That's at my age. When I caught myself, I said, Jesus. I shouted out loud. Recently, I think it was earlier this year, someone called me on, what's it called? WhatsApp, strange number. So now I've put my phone on WhatsApp on, if it's a strange number that is not registered on my phone, it's not going to ring. It's going to drop as a missed call. It will not alert me that the phone is ringing. You know why? I want to protect my mental health. I want to protect my eye gates, my ear gates, because there are so many perverted, crazy people. I picked the call, it was a video call. And I picked the call unconsciously because I was on my phone doing something. As I opened it, the person was self-pleasuring. He was a man. He was pleasuring himself, and he called me on video call to show me himself. I don't know the person from Madam. It's a strange number. What did I do? I blocked him here, blocked him on earth, blocked him in heaven, and sent him a stinker. Yes, I told him that he's going to die in Jesus' name the next time he tries this kind of thing with someone like me. And after blocking him, I went forward to put on my phone that if I don't know you, you call me, I will not see it. It's missed call. So when I see the missed call, I'm going to check your status and check your number. I will use Truecaller before I even try calling back because I don't want to see bad things. So neuroplasty means your brain has the ability to heal from some of the things. Now that I'm talking to you, when it happened to me for like 3-4 days, I was off. I was having flashbacks. Has it ever happened to you before? You saw something that you shouldn't see, and it keeps coming back. You are trying to sleep to come, Ifyam. You are trying to eat to come, Ifyam. You are, I say, what is this? What haven't you done enough? So if at my age I'm struggling, I can imagine. However, the brain has ability to heal from it. And for it to heal from it, you need to set boundaries. Neuroplasty only happens when you don't allow your brain to experience that trauma again. You shut it down and you fill your mind with other things. I focused on work. I focused on my podcast. I focused on I'm doing my PhD. I focused on my writing. I focused on my team mentoring. Yeah. And right now that I'm talking to you about it, the image is gone. I still have an idea how it looks, but it's not clear. And that's how the brain is wired. But if it happens to you, you are now the curious type, curiosity that kills the cat, like I said in my video. You now say, let me go back. That video, what did you even think to send me this video? Let me watch it again. My dear, don't try it. Someone said, a guy I didn't know sent me a streak of himself masturbating. I immediately blocked him and reported him, deleted his snaps. That's the way to go. All of you that want to say, what was he thinking? Eh? What's he looking for? What are you looking for? You two, what are you looking for? Oluwashemilore, I hope I've answered your question. Give me a thumbs up. Okiki Oluwa, are you there? You have the floor. Okiki, you're muted.
Manu, it was a mistake.
It was a mistake. Okay. Mute back. Priscilla, you have the floor.
Yes, may I have another question?
Go ahead, darling.
Yes. Do those who masturbate, do they end up being lesbians, gay? Because it seems they are not interested in the opposite sex again. So those lesbians that we see, did they start from masturbation?
That would be a stereotype. Because someone self-pleasure does not mean that they are not going to be interested in the opposite sex. Not everyone struggles with gender confusion. I taught you guys gender confusion. Were you in that class? Did you watch that video?
Yes, ma'am.
Self-pleasuring or masturbation is not an indicative that you would have gender confusions. However, a large majority of people who have gender confusions also self-pleasure. So one is not a prelude to the other. However, the two of them can exist in a human being that is struggling with gender confusion. So because they don't like the other gender and they want to be the other gender, they would rather stay on their own They don't like boys, for instance. You're a girl, you don't like boys. Because you want to be a boy. You would rather stay with yourself, and then dabble into self-pleasure. So one is not a derivative of the other, but they can both exist together. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, ma. Then what are the emotional effects of masturbation?
Fantastic question. Someone says, well, I'm going to ask her a question, but I want to answer this question. What if you have a close friend or person who sends you stickers of someone showing their private parts? What do you do? Can somebody write delete and block them? Delete and block them. Write them in the chat room. Please help me. Delete and block them. Anyone sending you their private or someone else's private parts, what do they want you to do with the private parts? Open it and do what? Eat it. Delete and block them. Nothing more. I can't answer more than that for that question. Delete and block them. So what are the psychological effects? Yolowa says, why is that person your friend to start with? They are not your friend. They are a frenemy. Friends that present like enemies. Any friend that is distorting your mental and emotional wellness is not your friend, because I don't know why they are sending you someone else's private parts as a joke. That's not a joke. It's called private parts for a reason. Forget this ideology that your generation has that is no longer private. That's why people go to weddings and they hawk breasts. Thank God we're all girls here. They hawk the breast, they carry it, package it, and hawk it. How many men have we seen hawking balls? God help my gender. How many men have you seen that wore tight pants, packed their balls, and were walking around? How many men? Hello? Hello? Carried something, tied their balls, wrapped it, and were walking around, flinging it around. Oh, see, I'm very big. Look at me, I'm very big. But my gender will pack the breast, put it at the neck, up to here, open the cleavage, put everything. And thank God you people are queens here. Open the cleavage, put everything outside, and it's a private part. In fact, I had I'm going to answer your question, emotional effects of masturbation. I'm going to answer. I have a teenager who asked me, and I want to ask you guys this question. Is your skin, is it a sense organ? Is it a sense organ? Quickly, type
Yes,
one in the
yes.
chat. Thank you for sharing. Fantastic. Is it a sense organ? Your skin. Fantastic. I can see all the comments. Is it a sense organ? Keep typing. Is it a sense organ? Fantastic. So if it's a sense organ, is your skin a sex organ? Part B of the question. Chimdi just slid into a chair. No, ma.
I don't even know.
Said, you don't know that one, ba? My love, Priscilla, mute your microphone. Is it a sex organ because it's a sense organ? Your boobs are a sense, they are a sense organ, right? Are they not? Your boobs, are they not a sense organ? Are they not? If you're on your period and you touch your nipples, don't you feel a certain way? Or if somebody just brushes your nipple, you don't feel anything. I'm asking you. Thank God we're all guests, yeah. I'm not talking to men. Do you feel something? Does it do you? It does you one thing like this, then your toes will not coil like this. Does it? No, let's be real now. Let's talk about it, girl. It is. And you have decided to pack it and put it out. You want to hawk it like gala. You want to hawk it. like McDonald's, you pack it up, it's aside. It makes you feel a certain way, yes or no? Okay. Is your vagina, is it a sense organ? Does it have sensory neurons there that can make you feel a certain way? You're washing yourself. Maybe you're on your period and you're trying to clean up very nicely and you touch a part of it and you have felt it before. Say yes in the chat room. Let's talk about it, girls. Let's go there. Okay, I can see all the yeses. Okay. So if all of your sense organs, yeah, your lips, is it a sense organ? Does it sense these lips? This is our lips. Does it used to sense something? Somebody will give you one small peck like that, just dash you small peck. You start doing like, in all the wrong places, you start feeling something. It is a sense organ, right? So it can be a sex organ. That's why kissing. That's why touching of the boob, fondling of the boob, sucking the boobs are sexual activity. That's why putting your hand down there or having someone else put their hand down there are sexual activity. Your skin, if somebody touches your skin, they hug you and they put their hand around your neck and touch the back of your neck. Will you feel something? Yes or no? Type, my loves. Let's run down this thing. Somebody shouted yes. Yeah. Yeah, yes. I'm seeing all the yes, ma. Somebody wrote yes, ma. Yes. So your skin is a sex organ. Do you know why we had this argument? Somebody said a crop top cannot turn anybody on. My cleavage cannot turn anybody on. Who are you deceiving? Who are you deceiving? Your entire body was created with sensing and sexual parts. Yes. All the parts of your body, thank you, is private to you. It's private to you. So if you show skin on your tummy, for instance, and you're like, it's just a crop top, you can actually cause somebody to feel something for you. That's not your intention, but you can. So I bring it back to the opposite gender. Let's leave my gender. Let's move to the opposite gender. How many men do you see? All right, darling, all the best. Catch the replay after the session. How many men do you see going around with tight trousers so that their buttocks can come out? So that when you see them, you say, oh, Dogu Silencer. See those, see. He's done some nice ab walks. His abs. Eh? Somebody said those are gay people. I agree. So my sister, are we going to say every young queen that goes around hugging their sex organs, putting it on display are gay? No, they're not. That's because you don't know how powerful your body is. If you know how powerful it is, you will use it with the reason, your original intent with which it was created. When the use of a thing is not known, its abuse is inevitable. Yes. And you are going to think you are disadvantaged. Being a woman is so stressful. Being a woman is so stressful. Somebody said there's a campaign going on in one of the countries where women were protesting shirtless just because the men were allowed to be shirtless and women aren't. My dear, if it is a private part, it should be kept private. It should be kept private. Even if in some parts of the world, these things are no longer the standard of beauty, as a queen, in protecting yourself from exposure, you need to be aware that when you see images of the body in any form, either with your friends, your screen, everywhere, in an exposed format that it is not productive for you, because after a while it becomes normal. Being shirtless is very normal for some young ladies. It doesn't cost them anything to, they just put on a see-through top, no bra, and they are going, they are normal. They don't feel any harm. They say, I'm a nudist. I like to be nude. Before 2020, when the DVC-7 was instituted, walking around naked was classed under mental illness way back in the 1970s, 1980s. But right now, it is lifestyle. It is lifestyle. But I don't want us to deviate from why we are here today. So if there are any more questions, our time is almost up. If there are any more questions from the review. Okay, so I wanted to answer my darling's question about the emotional effects of masturbation. I need to answer that question. It's very important. Masturbation has a lot of emotional effects. Number one, masturbation can lead to depression. Yes. Did you know that? If you know that, say one. If you don't know that, say two. Did you know that masturbation can lead to depression? Because you're going to flood your body with feel-good hormones at an unusual rate. That high, you're going to keep looking for it. Imagine somebody is always high, permanently. That's why you see that masturbation is very addictive. Start. Duru, please mute your microphone. You find yourself wanting to constantly continue to feel what you feel. If you see chronic masturbators, they can masturbate as much as 8 to 12 hours in a day. Yes. They're in class, they need to run to the bathroom to go touch themselves. That's why it's not something you should dabble in. Now, the pleasure reward center of the brain, the hormone that directs it, is known as dopamine, the happiness hormone. So every time you self-pleasure, there is a neurotransmitter that gives you reward, pleasure, that is triggered by dopamine. So you find yourself constantly wanting this high. You keep wanting it, wanting it, wanting it, wanting it, wanting it. Another thing that happens as a psychological effect of masturbation is that there is a large release of serotonin, which is the neurotransmitter that mirrors happiness and satisfaction. The higher your serotonin levels, there is also an increase of your mood. So if your serotonin level has been pushed to a certain high and you don't have that high, it drops, your mood drops with it. People who masturbate have their amygdala bigger than their frontal cortex. Whereas the amygdala is the feeling part of the brain. It's in the center of your brain. It's used for feeling. It just gets bigger and bigger, and it's shrinking your prefrontal cortex, which you use for logical thinking. So you see that people who are masturbating also struggle with everyday life. They struggle with academics. They can't concentrate. They want to, but they can't. Their thoughts are filled with images of pleasuring. There are so many things that happen to you. Even though there are schools of thought that say, oh, masturbation helps you reduce your stress and your anxiety. The place it takes you to is not normal for you to experience it by yourself. Now, if you experience what it gives you with someone else when you get married, you will know that it's only when that person is around you should go there. But with self-pleasure, regulation becomes a problem. So you keep seeking the high. Once you're alone like this, once they leave you alone, because people don't masturbate in their parlor, they don't masturbate inside the class. So we've seen cases, though, of people who lose the regulation so badly that there's nowhere they cannot be and be masturbating. Because masturbating does not necessarily mean Now, let me shatter this table that you're touching yourself. There are a group of people who self-pleasure by just, I don't want to share. Yeah, they don't have to touch themselves. Yeah. If you can't hear me, it must be your network. Exit and come back in. So please, masturbation has a lot of side effects. For you, as a queen, as a young lady, do not indulge. My time is almost up. Any other questions? We're almost done. Any other questions, contributions, comments? Let me check the chat room. You have a question, please favor, type your question or raise your hands. Let me give you the floor. Chioma, yeah, you have the floor, Chioma. Put on your video, let's see you. Okay, Chioma, I've unmuted you. You muted back. I've unmuted you. Speak, Chioma. Princess
Nothing.
Chioma.
Still didn't understand what you meant by masturbation.
With everything I've said since, my love, how old are you, Chioma?
I'm 12.
Why are you in this class? Chioma, you shouldn't be in this class. This is the senior class. It's from 13. It's from 14, actually, 14 above. Yeah? The conversation here is above your head, but I'll answer the question because you are not too young to know. Admin, please note that sometimes the juniors can be in the senior class and they shouldn't be engaging in such content. So, Chioma, before you leave and go to your class, masturbation is when you self-pleasure. You put your hands in your private areas, which you shouldn't be doing, and it leads you to feel a certain way. Now, that feeling is wrong because it is not natural for you to be feeling that way on your own. Exploring your body by yourself is not right. And therefore, it is called masturbation, self-pleasuring. Have I answered your question?
Yes, ma'am.
This is not your class, Sugar. Please, can you exit and go to your class? Thank you. Who else has a question? Who else has a question? Question, contribution. Let's talk now. Are you guys tired of my class? Have you enjoyed the session? Type yes in the chat room. If you didn't enjoy it, type no. What else could I have done to make you enjoy it? Onyekosala, I see your hand.
I just
You
want
are
to ask.
muted.
I just want to ask that how can people still watch pornography when the sites are banned?
Not anymore. The sites for pornography find you now. You don't find it. How are people still putting on social media or on the internet how to kill somebody when it's illegal to kill somebody? Your generation, we should ask you. How are there dark sites? How is there an avatar? Or what's that thing called? Metaverse, alternate reality. How is there dark romance? Because your generation always finds creative ways to push out things that are illegal, illicit, and destructive. The devil looks for whom to destroy, and he uses outlets like this to trap you. So in as much as pornography is X-rated, there are more creative. In fact, if you're on Twitter here, let me beg you, Twitter porn is the worst kind of porn ever. Don't be caught dead opening any Dropbox on Twitter. I beg you. If you're on Twitter, I would advise that you exit. It's not an app for young ladies. It's too savage. Set your boundaries there. Is watching porn a sin? 100%, my darling, because that's not the original design for your body, for you to be watching other people have sex. So yes, it's a sin, according to the Bible. You should not indulge in the fleshly things of this world. Pornography is fleshy. Can you watch porn in front of your parents? So why do you think porn can be watched in front of God? You can't watch porn. You can't sit down in the parlor and say, Mommy, Daddy, let's watch porn. So when somebody asks me, is it a sin? Do you think it's God you will call to come and watch porn with you? Can you say, Father Lord, I'm about to watch porn, let's watch porn? Of course, it's a sin. So that person that asked that question, I don't want to mention your name. Thank you, everyone. Ma, my classmates write romantic novels. I find that stories very interesting. What should I do? You know the answer. If it makes you feel a certain way, run. If it makes you feel a certain way, run, run, run. Debbie says it was fire. I really learned a lot. Ma, what age can you get a phone? Personally, I recommend that you hit 16. I don't have a phone at 16. Is it right? It depends on what your parents plan for you, the digital plan that your parents have for you. My own digital plan for my kids is 16. So it's neither wrong or right. What if your parents can't afford to buy you a phone or they choose not to give you one? So it's not about right or wrong, it's what is best for you. Some people can still get a phone at 16 and still be addicted. Yes, it depends on you, the digital plan your parents have for you, and how you regulate as an adult. Because we still have 30-year-olds. We have mommies and daddies that are struggling with phone addiction. So why do you think that is because you're 16? That means that you can regulate with a phone. I have a phone, I'm 14, but they have access to it online. That's fine. If your parents have that digital plan for you and they've given you one and they are ensuring that you stick with the digital plan, it's not a bad idea. I don't give until 16. I don't give until 16. But if there's a digital plan that holds you accountable, then it's not 100% a bad idea. 100% a bad idea. So, how do you lose pornographic addiction? Get help. Talk to a trusted adult. You can't do it on your own. You need to talk to a professional. Yeah? If you can't talk to your parents, talk to your school counselor. It is better for you to talk to your parents, however, because they can get you a professional who can walk you through how to engage neuroplasticity, get your mind to heal, and close the door of pornography. Because it's a mind game. Pornography is a mind game. And you need to take control of your mind back for you to lose the addiction. What's the difference between erotic and romantic? They are the same thing, my dear. Your generation just finds new ways to coat things either better or to make it look less bad. Erotic in our days, romantic in our days was erotic. So as to whether there is a difference right now, I cannot tell. But if you put Christian in front of the romance, that I am sure that there will be no explicit sexual graphic writings. Then that's not bad. Any other questions? Priscilla, you were raising your hand. I'm sure you're good. That's why you dropped your hand. Any other questions, contributions? So what's the one thing as we close out you're walking away with from today's class? What's that one thing? Ma, this one blew my mind. This one resonated with me. Type it in the chat. What if your friend, it's your friend that is constantly telling you that masturbation is good and she normally does it. She asks to show you how to do it. What do? You know the answer now, sugar. You're not a baby. Everybody here is 14 above. If you have a friend who is addicted to pornography and masturbation and they want to show you how to do it, they just want company. Evil company corrupts good manner. Their life is spoiled. They want to add you to the list of destroyed and damaged people. What do? Block them and delete them. You know the answer. Some of these questions that you ask, you have just chosen not to walk away from somebody that wants to destroy you. Walk away. That's not your friend. What's your business with what is happening with your body? It's your body, your prerogative, your choices. If she's doing whatever she's doing with her body, why does she need you to join her? Does it make sense? So because we are friends now, you go to the dentist to get dentures, I must get dentures. Because we are friends now, you like fried rice, I like jollof, I must switch to fried rice. Does it make sense? Your choice, your body. Your choice, your body. Thank you, Oyi. Oyi said now where? It now makes sense. Your choice, your body. That kind of friend is not a friend. That friend is someone that just wants to take you down the destructive path. Do you know it's better? It's better that more people are going down together. They don't like it when you're standing on your own. That is why I said to the junior guys yesterday, I said to them in their class, I said one of the ways you can block yourself from friends like that is state your values. Do you know how you state your values? Does anyone know how to state their values before someone else brings their ideology to come and sell to you? Do you know? Yes or no? Oh, Chimdi. If you know, please share in the chat room. I want to know how you state your values. You say no. I love that, Shemilore. Other than saying no is that they have even brought it to you. There is a way where you can be proactive with your values. That when people look at your face, I know that there are some perverse and stupid people out there that even when you put your values in front of you, but there are not many. There are some that will just say, this person, don't try her. This person, don't try that girl. Oh, she's not well like that. They already know you for a certain way. Leave it out first. I love it. Say what you stand for before somebody will come and carry. Can I ask you a question? A lot of the people in the gender confusion class, I said it, set boundaries. Thank you. A lot of the people that come to you and say, hi, something, I'm gay. How many times have you seen a straight person going around? I'll go for a meeting now. Or I'll go, as I came, I say, hi, my name is Folake Agumbiari. I'm your therapist and coach for today. By the way, I'm straight. Hello, what is my business with your gender orientation or your sexual orientation? Does it affect the conversation we're having? If you notice, it's the people with bad things that are quick to want to change you. You that you have the right values, you don't carry it on your head. Yes, you don't. You are hiding it. So put your values out there. What does it mean to be straight? You are no man, no name. You are heterosexual. You are a girl that likes a man. That's straight. You are heterosexual. You are attracted to boys. You have crushes. You like boys. That's being straight. Not that you are a girl, you are liking girls. You are not straight, you are gay. So that's the difference. You don't go around and say, hi, I'm a hetero. I identify as hetero. You don't go around doing that. However, let people know who and what you represent. Let people know whose you are and who you believe in. If not, they will sell you their market. Type in the chat room, I refuse to buy the market that is not mine. I refuse to align to ideologies that are not mine. I refuse to align with ideologies that are not mine. I set the pace. Come on now. I set the pace. If I enter into a room, you can't sell me bullshit. Permit me to use that word, bull. You can't. You can't. Fear, you know the look face? Look the face now. My face is not smiling. My face is not smiling. My face is not smiling. So it's important that you align your ideologies with who you are. So how do I align my ideologies? Even as a young teenager, I was a Christian teenager. So I can share my experiences with you. Beyond being a Christian, I was a teenager that had values. My friends used to drink. I don't drink. I'm not saying people who drink are bad, but I don't drink. And every time they would offer me alcohol, I would tell them that I have a personal high that does not need a substance to take me there. That I'm not judging you. I'm just telling you that my own high is Folake because I get my high from the Most High. Simple. That's where I get my high. I'm permanently high. I don't need alcohol. If I'm moody, if I'm depressed, I go to my playlist, I listen to good music, and I find myself back with the Most High. I'm okay. I keep it moving. If I'm sad, I play my praise playlist. I dance it out until that emotion is gone. So tell them that you carry your high. You don't need any substance. You don't need drugs. You don't need self-pleasuring. You don't need porn. You don't need anything to make you feel enough. You were born enough. You are a queen and more. And you are a girl with sense. Okay, ladies, we are done. We
Bye.
are done. So let's leave the breakout room and return back.
Thank you, ma.
You're welcome, darlings. You can all unmute and speak anything you want to say. I think we have about 67 seconds before it goes off.
Thank you,
And your
ma'am.
class,
Welcome.
I
You're
enjoyed the
welcome.
class. Really.
Thank you, ma. I enjoyed the class.
Well done, darling.
I enjoyed the class. Bye.
I'm glad you enjoyed. And those of you that did not talk in this class, my Jesus is watching you in 3D.
Thank you,
He's
ma'am.
watching you in HD. He's watching you in 5G. You didn't say anything. You were just taking in all of the good. Who is eating there? I'm the one talking. You're the one eating. I'm coming for you. Bye, guys.
So when you finish, then you go back again. That's how I do my reading. You reverse. You revise.
You revise. Revise.
Hi, Minnie.
I beg you.
Good morning.
We are all back. Yes. And Folake, somebody was saying that they make fun of her because her friend in school is very tall. So I had to dig out a picture of myself and you.
Did you share it? Did you share it for them?
I shared it.
The queen mother is half my size.
I told them and that I'm very okay. In fact, I use it to my advantage. When they want to look for my trouble, I'll call you for
And when you want to have a meltdown, you have a very big body to fold you in.
Yes, please. I told her so she's very okay now. You
should be okay.
Yes. And you know, I want to talk about us allowing people shame us and make us feel bad. Yeah. You gave them permission. You gave them the permission. Why are you giving them? Why are you allowing them? So before they used to call me David, they used to say we are David and Goliath, but now everybody's okay. They now say we look alike. I don't know how so, but
I don't understand too. We look alike. I don't get it yet.
But before they were mocking and like they were making fun of us, and now everybody's okay. So stop letting people, you know, get the better part of you. Stop it. It's your choice. Okay, girls, so that was also on camp, and this is that time where I'm going to show you girls a bit of what happens on camp. The team wants to just show you a bit of what happens on camp.
I can't wait to receive them at camp. I can't wait.
Our goal, our desire, and the work that we do is to ensure that every delegate has an encounter with God. That's our number one priority. Then we have other life skills like social skills and connections, effective communication, team building. We have responsibility testing. Our desire is to raise a generation of youths that will take on leadership positions in all the mountains of influence.
Nice. So that is how we go on ham. And we're counting down to the 2025 edition in all the centers. Before we go, I want to just highlight something that we talked about in the junior category, and I know that is going to affect every single one of us, between seniors alike. This issue of beautification, this issue of body modification, I want to warn you girls. I want to warn you. This is me warning you people now. You see all this, I want to drink one thing so that I'll be, yesterday I saw one video. The man was talking about how when we give birth, our tummy disengages from this. We should come and drink one tea. I just switched it off. From things like tea, to medicine, to operation, to tools that can alter any part of your body. Be careful. The people that are marketing to you, most of them are men. They don't even know anything about the woman's body. Even if they are women. Don't change anything that God has given you. Yes, you can, like in my class, I shared about my skin routine and the girls say they want to know it. I use organic products most of the times. That's how come I was able to deal with acne. Don't go and say there's one person. When you rub one thing, that's how people are turning from black to fair and they're having cancer. Go and check it. These things have medical and health impact on us, negative. You see some women, based on all the things they did as teenagers and young adults, now they're in their 40s and 50s, all manner of sicknesses are pursuing them. They say there's BBL. Why are men not doing operation to make their part of their body bigger? A woman will go and do operation, make her bum bigger, make her breast bigger, make her lips fuller, make her nose longer. What is it? Now there's this thing. Mozambique. What is even the name again? Mozambique. They will drink it. They will sniff it. They will inject it. They will do, risking yourself, your life, your future. Something that is meant for people that have type 2 diabetes. Somebody else goes to take it to lose weight. If you have like maybe you're obese and really you need to lose weight, there is a proper way they will help you lose it medically. You don't just go off the shelf. My friend said she did it and it worked. I'm warning you girls now. I am warning you. All this coming on social media doctors. You see social media doctors, avoid them. You see all these random people that did not go to medical school doctors, friends, quack doctors, friends. I know what I'm telling you. I know somebody that used it and it worked. You go and use. I told them a story of one woman I heard. She went to go and do BBL. Her shape was like this, very hot shape. After some months, the fat that they cut, that they recycled, started to find its way back to the wrong places in her body. Her shape now became like L, a BZS. Her husband pursued her from the house. The man said, I didn't send you. So her marriage broke, body broke, everything scattered because you don't like how you look. Somebody asked a question. When I look at myself in the mirror, I intentionally look for my flaws. And the answer is simple. I told her I used to be like that. So it's a bad habit. Change it to a good habit. Change it to a good habit. And intentionally look for what is good in your body. I'm going to end with this. There's something called, what's that phrase? What's that red flag? Pseudo maturity adolescence is the fact or the act of when a teenager or a child is dressing and looking older than her age. You will use nails. So I heard somebody say that her friend is 10 years using nails. Continue. Before you know what is happening, the edges of your finger bed, what they call finger bed, will be weak. Your original nail will fall off. Continue. You use braids. You use makeup, eyelashes. You use all those things and you are just 10. You are just 12. You are just 14. You are hurting yourself. You are hurting yourself without knowing. Now, somebody said, every time I'm afraid to go out because people are always catcalling me. And that's one new thing we learned today. Catcalling is when men are coming after you on the streets I know that you cannot help it all the time, but it is worse for those that look older than their age. I have seen my friend's daughter. I told her, how are the children? I'm telling you, somebody I knew that when she was born. I knew her as a child. I saw her, though she's 18. But I asked her, hello, how are you? How are the children? I thought it was one of my parents I saw. She's 18. Why? Makeup, nails, hair. She was looking big. I say, good afternoon, ma. You think it's a good thing? No, it's not. It's a problem. And soon you cannot cope with all the attention that you will get from looking like that. And that's what is doing. See, if you're coming to camp, don't come with pink hair. We'll be losing it. Men and Folake, there's one thing we used to losing people's hair on camp. All those long hair to reach your bum bum for the holiday. Fix it after camp. Don't bring it to camp. We don't want. Or else you will not
cut it. And we cut it.
We will cut it. Be at the back. You will stand at the back. You will not appear in the picture. Why?
You bring any clothes that is fucking breast.
No, my girls are not like that, ma'am.
Amen.
No, they are not. In my class, we talked about crop and creepy top. Crop top that is creepy.
We did it too. Strangely, me and my people are spiritual.
We talked about
the skin is a sex organ. It's a sex organ.
Yeah.
Leg, stomach, they are parts of sex organs.
So please stop hawking your body. We talked about trading our body. Stop it. Whatever it is, they are paying you with. Whether it's money, whether it's fame, whether it's attention, which some of us love and crave. Do not hawk your body for anything. Thank you very much for listening. I know some people did not like this thing I just said now. In their eyes, they're just rolling their eyes. Mommy, I don't like this auntie. You'll be all right. This auntie is telling you what will help your destiny and your future. Tomorrow, when you listen and you do as this auntie has said, or these aunties, the three of us have said, you're the one that will come back and give us airplane and jet as gifts. That's what we collect, gifts of plane and jets. All right? It's for your good, girls. Honestly, it's for your good. Some of the things that my daughter Zara argued about, now she's 18, she's like, oh, mommy, you were right. I'm like, I'm always right. But two people will not agree. You'll be arguing with your parents and your mentors. We are always right. We're always right. So thank you so much, girls. I'm going to see you at 2 p.m. But before you go, I want you to take your time, go to the comments and appreciate Auntie Blessing and Auntie Folake before we go. Thank you. Please don't forget to do your videos. Do it while your mind is still fresh. Do your videos right away and send it to all the senior girls. I noticed that you are too big to do videos, right? You're missing a chance to impact your world. You're not doing it for me. Do you know the joy of being a blessing to somebody else? Do you know that somebody will watch your video and be like, oh, wow, that's my mate talking. Oh, wow, I'm going to do as she said. And God will bless you for being a blessing. You want to be blessed and you don't want to bless your world. How? It's not possible. You get blessed by blessing your world, and you bless your world with something that is full of sense. Okay? Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you, Auntie Folake. It's been an amazing 3 days with you. Thank you. Oh, sorry, I said 2 p.m. It's 3 p.m., please. 3 p.m. In the next 1 hour, 15 minutes, we are going to be back here. 3 p.m. today. 12 noon tomorrow. So every day we meet at 12 and at 3 p.m. All right, girls. You loved it? Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. And we love you too. The videos you're doing are the videos of your testimonials and your lessons. You can write it. Your parents can write it as well. Okay? So you say, I want to share this what I learned today. Not long ago, not more than 1 minute plus. Just 1 minute, 30 seconds max. I love today's class. I didn't want it to end. I also don't want it to end, but we have to end because we need to go rest and come back at 3 p.m. Someone says, I love your class, ma. You're so beautiful and amazing. Just like you. I love every single one of you, and I'm so happy to have you in our community. God bless you all. I'm going to unmute you and let me hear your voices as we say our goodbyes. Thank yous, love yous, and byes.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.